We are Mike and Taylor, and these are our dogs, Penny and Lucy. 4 years ago, we sold our home and everything we owned, moved onto a 40-foot boat, and sailed from Seattle. This is the story of us making our way. Welcome back, friends. A few weeks ago, we sailed into the colorful city of Cartagena, Colombia. And after a whirlwind start here that included getting Via hauled out, we've been settling into our dreamy Airbnb here in the vibrant walled city. We're here at our beautiful Airbnb with our friends, and Mike and I actually met 16 years ago today. And so we're gonna go out and have ourselves a nice little dinner at apparently, I think it's supposed to be one of the better restaurants or best restaurants in Cartagena. So it's very, very highly rated and reviewed, and I'm really excited to have some really good food. But not only are we gonna do that, but we woke up this morning and our sweet friends, all our boat friends, our buddy boats who we're sharing this house with, bought us flowers for our meet anniversary. It's really, really cute. So sweet.
All right, here to check out the progress. Looks good. These guys are saying it was a real bear getting through 20 years of hard bottom pain. So I'm so happy to be hiring that out and not doing it myself, especially in the heat here. Poor guys. But it looks good. I think the hull is all in good shape. No major issues, and they're gonna also wash the boat and wax and polish. So yeah, a lot of just difficult labor jobs that I'm happy to not be doing.
Staying right in the heart of the bustling historical district meant that countless incredible restaurants were just a few steps away outside our door. And after living in the remote archipelago of San Blas, Panama for 4 months just before this, we could not get enough of the array of options here. And so we fully soaked it all up. So we've been at this Airbnb in Cartagena for 3 weeks, which is crazy, but it's been amazing. It's been so fun. It's been really fun to do land life and city life and just have some of the conveniences of a house and running water, and there's just been some amazing perks that came. I mean, we have running water, I guess I should clarify. Endless running water is what I meant. There's just been some amazing perks in this house too. There's been a cleaning service and a chef that is available to come cook for us. We buy the food and ingredients, but he cooks, which has been incredible. So it's just been such a treat. And of course, we're here with our best friends that we've met out on the road ever. And so it's been awesome. And it's just flown, it's flown by. And tomorrow morning, Via splashes. So she's been in the yard this whole time getting painted and cleaned, and I think the boat looks amazing. Mike's gonna go do like a final check on it today, make sure that everything looks good so that there's no, you know, like problem in the morning when we're meant to splash, because the following day we move out of the house. So if the boat's not ready, we're gonna be in a pickle. We're gonna have nowhere to live. So yeah, Mike's gonna go do that today. I'm kind of just like straightening up around here and kind of like getting our life a little tidy, because tomorrow's gonna be a long day of getting Via in the water and back into the marina in that dicey little slip that we've got to get into, and then starting the move out process, because we've got to be out here early the following day. So it's going to be a multi-trip, multi-day move out situation and move in. Ugh, it's going to be so much work moving back onto the boat after this. I don't even want to think about it.
All right, I'm back at the yard. We splash tomorrow morning. We should just be finishing up. Wow. She looks pretty. Hola.
The next morning, it was time to get our boat off the concrete and back into the ocean. So today's splash day. It's not that early, but it feels really early. Been sleeping later in land life. It's easy to do. But yeah, so we're just waiting for an Uber. Oh, Uber. We're just waiting for an Uber to take us down to the boatyard. I'm excited. I haven't seen the boat since we hauled out, so I'm excited to check out the progress, or the finished product, I should say, and get Via back in the marina. And then today's our last day in the house. Oh my god, the hull is so shiny. I can see like reflections in it. Oh damn. Always had a way to make it work and find another route. Always had a way to make it work and find another route. It's been a little bit of a frustrating morning here at the yard. We got here 2 hours ago, and they were just finishing up some of the paint, like where the stands were, which was fine. But they hadn't polished the stainless at all, which we paid them to do, to give the whole boat a nice buff and wax and polish, and they buff and wax it for sure, but the stainless hadn't been touched. So you know, we said whatever, that's fine, like let's just splash without it, like we don't want to wait, because the time of day here is so important, because the wind kicks up in the afternoon, and getting into these marina slips, as you know by now, is like just crazy. And so earlier in the day is better. Plus we've arranged to have people help us get in, and they're all waiting for us. So we said we'll just skip the stainless, whatever, and like let's just go. But I think they just like insisted on doing it, and it turned out that at some point we were waiting for the guys to finish the stainless. So there was like a miscommunication, and you know, we said we wanted to cancel it, but they're doing it, and like, you know, we're kind of in a rush. Like what are we doing? Anyway, I think we finally got through. And I think we've got like a half of a stainless job done, but otherwise I think she's ready to go finally. So we've just been literally sitting here for 2 hours, but I think we're good now. I think they're getting ready, so that's good news. She's coming. She's coming.
got lowered back safely into the water, started her up and checked the systems, and then as we pushed off the dock, things got real sloppy.
Wow. No, it's in the, oh my God, this is the messiest. This is shallow, honey. We're gonna fucking run aground. Oh, get us out. Ah. Oh. What did we have under the keel when we splashed?
5.5. We draw 5.2.
So 3 inches is what we had under the keel. Okay, well, we're out. We're in the water. Yeah, that was the first time we ran aground. I'm glad we didn't get stuck.
Yeah, I'm glad the rudder wasn't what grounded, it was the keel.
Yeah.
We were in reverse when it happened.
Oh.
Not the way you wanted to go.
No.
It felt very soft, like we just kind of like...
Yeah, it was sand, like... Still.
We dragged lines in the water, we drifted, we couldn't make our turn, and we fully ran aground, but Via was back in the ocean and headed back to the marina. The bouncy, bouncy marina.
Well, that all happened so fast I didn't even have time to set a camera up. But we were back in our slip. Our friends jumped in their dinghies and helped just like push us into this ridiculously angled, sized, laid out slip. And it was almost painless. The outboard engine got clipped a little bit on one of the pilings on the way in, but otherwise it was good. So here we are, and it's super hot. So we're just gonna get power set up, turn the AC on, and mission accomplished.
With Via safely tied up, we headed back to the house for one last family dinner with our friends. With the knowledge that after Cartagena we would be parting ways with so many of our boat buddies, we treated this time here as sort of a last hurrah, and we went all in on the experience, and we are so glad that we did.
3 words for you: treat yourself. Treat yourself 2011. Once a year, Donna and I spend a day treating ourselves. What do we treat ourselves to?
Clothes.
Treat yourself.
Fragrances.
Treat yourself.
Massages.
Treat yourself.
Mimosas.
Treat yourself.
Fine leather goods.
Treat yourself.
Well, we're back at the marina. We moved out of the house. We got things unpacked on board and stowed away, and we're looking pretty good here. The next step after moving out of the house is to just start watching the weather really closely, because we're here in Cartagena, and if you're familiar with sailing in the Caribbean at all, or if you have a map in front of you or mentally where we are, the trade winds rush across the Caribbean from east to west all the live long day, every day, all the time. Sometimes it's a little bit stronger than others, but effectively what happens is the top of South America becomes like a big giant cape. And so not only do they like rush across the Caribbean from that direction, then they curve around Colombia and come just like screaming around this corner right where we are right now. So leaving Colombia, no matter what direction you're going, can sometimes be tricky, but it's especially tricky if you're trying to go east. Trying to go east in the Caribbean is not really advised. We're going the wrong way. It's really hard to do because under the regular conditions, like you would just be bashing into like 30 knots all the time, which is obviously not what we're going to do. But this time of year, there is supposed to be a little bit of a break in some of these systems, like everything becomes a little bit less intense, and you often get, a window where something's happening up in North America and it sucks all the wind up, or there's something going on that allows for the trade winds to take a break for 5 minutes and allow people to make some moves. And so we literally just moved out of the house on Wednesday. Today is Saturday, and lo and behold, it looks like there is a window that is happening, and so we are trying to get out of here like now. Not now, Saturday. We're gonna leave on Monday. So it's a really quick turnaround. Honestly, we had no idea what we'd be looking at. These windows form so quickly, and then they disappear. So you usually like don't get a lot of warning. You know, we would have loved to like have crew for this, like maybe fly my brother back down or whatever, but it just appeared so quickly that there's just like no time. So ever since we moved back into the boat, it's just been like all systems go, and just trying to get things ready for what's gonna end up being a pretty long passage. We're crossing the Caribbean Sea, so I think it's like 5-6 days. The plan is to go from here in Cartagena all the way up to Puerto Rico, because that's the kind of window that it is. It's gonna allow us to just like go all the way across and east, because we've got to go quite a bit east. So it's kind of crazy. It's a little bit sad. I'm sad to leave Cartagena. It's been so much fun here, like so much fun. The city is amazing, like way cooler than I thought it would be, and people like raved about it, so I kind of had high expectations, but it's really a cool city. It's beautiful. The food has just been incredible. Of course, we've been here with our friends, so that's been wonderful too. We've just had so many great dinners out, and like the house was awesome, and I don't know, it's just been really nice. And so we're just in passage prep. Mike is fueling us up by way of carrying jerry cans from the fuel dock to the boat. And then I think we're gonna get cleaned up, and we're gonna go into town for one last like nice dinner. Probably be an early night because we've still got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow, but yeah, that's what's on the docket today, so.
Hey.
One of the amazing parts good parts about Via is we carry a lot of fuel, like 212 gallons. Like I was realizing, I think I just realized yesterday or today, first time I'd ever thought about it, but we could motor, like if we left with full tanks and started motoring, I'd have to change the oil well before we'd run out of fuel. We have like 1,000-mile range or 1,100-mile range or something, which is great, especially because like you can kind of choose, you know, where you want to fill up, places where it's cheaper or better fuel or whatever. Here it's really cheap, but there's a lot of biodiesel, which is really bad for fuel economy, and it attracts a lot of moisture into the fuel, so it grows a lot of stuff. So it's really bad fuel. So we're gonna fill one tank with it. The other one's pretty much full anyway, and then we're gonna be motoring a lot here, so we're probably gonna burn through pretty much all of it right away. So I guess that's good. But the other bad thing about carrying so much fuel is it takes a long time to fill up with jerry cans. Borrowed a bunch of jerry cans from our friends on Wanderer, and so I got 42 gallons here, and it's probably going to take me a good 45 minutes to get all this fuel into the tank. But it saves us from having to go over to the fuel dock, which is a pain. Hey everybody.
This is kind of a funny video because we're squished up next to the kitchen light because it's super dark out already and you can't see anything in here. Are your legs burning? Mike's doing a little squat. But yeah, what's our plan here?
We got a weather window. It's basically gonna be like at least 4 days of just motoring, and then the wind fills in, so we're kind of trying to figure it all out. But yeah, we're gonna be departing here for Puerto Rico, hopefully, which is actually gonna be our longest passage ever. It's gonna be like 700 and something miles, and yeah, it's even longer than the one we did down the California coast. So
yeah,
it's just a lot to do and a lot to cram in. But I'm a little nervous to go back out to sea because we've been on land for so long, but
yeah,
a little bit excited too, I think. So but yeah, these weather windows to go like east from here are just very few and far between, and so when we feel like we see one, and we kind of feel like we need to do it, or we might be waiting for another month.
Like month, yeah. It's not, they don't come around often, so
yeah.
So it's our last night out in Cartagena. It has just been, we've been here for 4 weeks exactly. It has been just so beautiful and wonderful, and feels a little bit like an end of an era because we're going to be saying goodbye to a lot of our friends here that we've made. And so I don't even want to think about that yet. It makes me misty, but gets me. but for right now, we're going to go out. We're going to have a nice dinner. And then we're going to go to some salsa dancing, and I'm bringing the GoPro, so I'm going to film a little bit and see what's, yeah.
I didn't agree to that.
Okay, yes. It's really pretty nice. It's pink skies back here too. So we are heading out to go to dinner and to go for some salsa dancing. Salsa at Club Havana. It's our last night out in, I almost said Seattle. We're not in Seattle. Where are we? Cartagena. So, Colombia.
Our friends Tomoko and Lance are literally ballroom dancers, so they showed us the moves in this famous Cartagena salsa club.
Well, I decided to go to Club Bed after dancing in Havana. They disrespected the shit out of my leftovers. Rude. And we were gonna go to this really fancy club back there. You can kind of see. But big cover charge. They probably weren't gonna let me in with this bag of trash. And it's late. It's time to go to bed. Yeah, to bed we go. Tomorrow we have to provision and we have to get ready. We have shit to do. So, fun last night out in Cartagena. Bag of trash.
Join us next time as we prepare to leave Colombia.
This window that we have closes really hard and really fast. Yeah, I'm a little bit nervous about getting caught in something.
Generally adverse currents throughout much of this passage. It might slow us enough that we're actually not gonna make it before that bad weather comes in.
And we set out on our longest passage yet and cross the Caribbean Sea.
Oh my God, when it swings, I cannot, you guys.